Salve, salve, amigos de guerra. Boa noite a todos. Seja bem-vindo na live. Vou trazer um game meio sinistro aí. Um game inspirado na ficção científica de HP Lovecraft, que é o chamado de Cthulhu. Então, eu procurei ver algumas... Salve, amigos de guerra. Boa noite a todos. Seja bem-vindo na live. Então, desculpa aí. Eu estava vendo algumas coisas que eu também olho, essas ficções, essas curiosidades do mundo, então, por incrível que pareça, eu tenho alguns conteúdos aqui de Lovecraft. Eu tenho até dois jogos que é da ambientação e é do universo do Lovecraft, que é esse deus aquático aí, o Cthulhu. Então vamos jogar, vamos trazer esse game, vamos ver como é que é a história. É um RPG com ação e tudo mais. E é um game diferente aqui no canal, mas eu gosto de abordar essas coisas aí. Beleza? Então, seja tudo bem-vindo, boa noite a todos e obrigado por deixar aquele like se for possível. Beleza? Salve, Galito! Beleza, irmão? Vou falar um pouquinho baixinho aqui por causa do game. O game é mais sussa, né? Tem aquele RPG com mistério aí, então dá pra falar um pouquinho baixinho. E dá pra vocês me ouvirem. Beleza? Seja bem-vindo, Galito. Boa noite, cara. Daqui a pouco, bom dia, né? Nem deu, nem deu pra trazer o Resident Evil, né? Conhece já a obra de Lovecraft, Galo? Já ouviu falar já? Bem sinistro, cara. Tem um canal que eu gosto muito aí que fala sobre esses mistérios do mundo, que eu sou bem ligado a isso. E ele fala sobre o escritor Lovecraft. Já ouviu falar nesse jogo? Já ouviu falar na história do Cthulhu?
What a putrid offering.
Não, tô jogando no Play. Porque tá bonita a imagem?
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Que bom, Douglas. Beleza, Douglas.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oi, amarelo.
I hate whiskey.
Ah, beleza, que bom.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again. Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting
Dá pra enxergar
fewer new
aí,
cases.
Galo, a legenda?
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're their worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Salve,
Is that
Daniel,
all you
beleza?
want from me?
Obrigado, cara.
Yes, please.
All right,
Boy.
I'll look at your picture.
Beleza, obrigado.
That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the
A
affair.
casa é sua, irmão. Danny Boy. Obrigado, boy.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
O jogo é RPG, né? Então tem que ter conversação.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No.
De livro, RPG.
Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
É verdade o que o Galinho tá falando, não é?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I wonder why I still take these things.
Beleza, deixa eu ver. Ah não, peraí. Vê se melhorou aí. Demora pra carregar um jogo. Olha aqui, tá no SSD, hein? O jogo é tão pesado assim. Vamos lá. Não. Não deu tempo. Mas eu vou comprar o game.
We're almost there.
Salve, Rogério. Beleza, brother? Seja bem-vindo na live. Boa noite pra você, cara. Seja bem-vindo na live. Boa noite. Como é que você tá? Tudo bem? Tudo tranquilo? Apareceu nessa hora aí.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A esposa.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Pegar essa lanterna. Não? Olha com Quick Strike. Pelo menos mostra, né?
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Bom, cara.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Que bom, tá
Screams.
bonito.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Oh, é sacanagem.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Meio alucinógeno essa aí.
I think we'll get along well.
Yeah. Eu vou propor isso.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Não. Eu vou perguntar sobre a ilha.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Beleza.
That'll be all for now.
Do you like our song?
Não.
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what
Ainda
you
vou fazer
say,
isso.
young man.
That catch saved our
A partir
island.
de amanhã eu começo a fazer isso.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wings of the girly boys, I would spread the men fly home. I'd leave all green lands, icy grounds, for not right wells there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here.
Passar bem. Pensa dona.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Oh, desculpa aí. Desculpa aí. Não fez a pergunta certa.
I told you to beat it.
Tá bom, tchau. Bye.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this." Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations. Gifted with its own
Game
consciousness.
RPG, né? Então é muita conversa,
Until
cara.
it finds a new reader.
The girl, Doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Doideira esse jogo.
She will get us into trouble.
I know.
O boneco feio do cara. Pois é. Fecha a porta aí.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
Have you seen how old this thing is?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Quem é esse cara?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the
Vou subir aqui. É interessante aqui. Esse tem uns cantinhos aqui, né? Tem nada aqui.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. but in truth you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins, but that's all I'll get from them. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Aqui não. É um isqueirinho. Interessante.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Jogo bem diferente, né, galera?
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Bem diferente, né, galera?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
É que nem filme, tá, galera? Esse game aqui. Porque é baseado num livro.
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, they specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
Vou perguntar, ninguém quer fazer esse galpão aqui.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building
Não, mas
belongs
alguém
to,
falou,
don't you?
né? Alguém falou onde é o galpão.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Já falou.
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Deixa eu clarear pouco o game. Não ficou muito claro, né? Aí, vambora. Pera aí, rapidinho. Ficar muito claro assim e perde a atmosfera do game, né? Eu também tava muito escuro. Pelo menos o pessoal saiu daqui da frente, né?
Oh yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
No galpão 36, mas vou dar uma explorada aqui. Esse cara não fala nada. Antes de chegar no galpão, vamos lá. Gostasse do game, não foi, Galo? Bem diferente, né, cara? Parece um... Né? Parece um...
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in. I've no idea what it says.
Esse game, tô com outro game do mesmo universo do HP Lovecraft. Do escritor ocultista. Ocultista e ficção científica. E criaturas sobrenaturais subaquáticos ou monstros subaquáticos galácticos. Serão deuses no passado. Cadê? Tenta no galpão, boy.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay. Spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
Who are they?
Sorry, I really can't talk about them. Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling. Then again, and there.
Who are they?
Sorry. Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
There are sailors who think that there's a beast. Then again, and there.
Who are they?
Sorry. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Poxa, errei na pergunta, cara. Não vou entrar nesse galpão. Tentar subornar os caras lá.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Vai dormir.
Quieter.
E aí, Estevão?
That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Oh, beleza.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Yeah, catch.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Já fui ali já. Preciso falar com esse cara aqui alguma coisa. Tem nada pra falar com esses caras. Acho que eu tenho que subornar os caras lá da frente lá. Não tem nada aqui. Vou deixar eu passar. Eu vou negócio aqui.
Come on, you could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the Cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Será que... Opa. Pega devagar lá, não sei, deixa eu entrar.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Well, we don't have a clear conscience.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Tem que mentir.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I went to see the statue.
Well,
who do you...
What do I...
The sailors.
Who else?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Cat. She must... I hope you...
But he...
What are you guarding? She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Pô, tá difícil, viu? Entrar nesse galpão.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Deu ruim mesmo. Não deixaram não.
I bid you, gentlemen, farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
can't
Difícil,
understand.
hein?
You're not sailors.
Achei que ia ser as perguntas corretas. Não tem nada aqui. O cara vai deixar.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Será que eu tô entrando?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Deixa eu melhorar minha investigação. Melhorar a minha visão. Acho que melhorar a parte psicológica para poder falar com os caras, né? Deixa eu validar aqui. Sim, por que isso? Beleza.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Sim, e cadê? Como que eu vou entrar nesse galpão, doido? Que negócio difícil do caramba, doido.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Sim. Onde que eu vou instalar isso? Interessante, cara. Joguinho interessante. Diferente. Muito diferente.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Consegui fazer isso? Vou liberar esse aqui? Olha. Cara, é um quebra-cabeça aqui, viu? que tá faltando. Que joguinho difícil, mano. Sim. Que viagem, velho. Esse jogo é bom pra quem tá com sono, né? Opa.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Sim, agora. Demônio agora. Que jogo doido.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Molhar um pouquinho agora. Ah, não, não é água não. Jurava que era água.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Oh.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Pois é. Acho que agora que eu vou me molhar. Deixa eu guardar esse isqueiro e ir embora. Joguinho assim de madrugada é bom, né? Cara, olha essa aqui. Aquela fumaça lá maluca.
This is primitive.
Entrei no golpe. Embaixo pra ninguém me ver, né?
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Tem nada aqui. Tem nada aqui.
What happened here?
Alguém brigou. Sangue.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Pois é. Concordo. Se é uma família rica.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
De viciado em
Le
remédio.
Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Parece um homem peixe. Já olhei aqui. Por que tanto mistério para um galpão fechado como esse? Não é não? Que lugarzinho, hein? Ó. Ó. Bora daqui. Já deu já. Não tem mais nada pra poder pegar e encontrar. Não. Bora. Sai daqui, por aqui.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You sent your men away. Bad idea. I see only one overweight police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene?
Boa. Não precisa atenção no jogo.
Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Interessante, interessante, interessante o game. Que esse game é baseado no livro dele, HP Lovecraft, chamado de Cthulhu. Essa é a Cat, é a gatinha. A gata. Cicatriz do cara na boca que os caras têm. Suspense, galera, suspense.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
Eu ia falando desse jogo
The
já.
place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Pergunta essa aqui, né?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Interessante.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Tenho sim. Deixa eu ver aqui. Já foi, já.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sim.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Tem que ir com ele, senão o cara vai dar um tiro em mim. Perfeito o game. Isso eu acho falha, mas bem elaborado. Que lugarzinho, né? Ué? Deixa eu ligar logo o isqueiro aqui.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Criança.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Muito estranho. Aqui flores, aqui quebrado. E aqui tem flores ainda. Se tem mais alguma coisa por aqui, esse isqueiro revela bastante as coisas. Olha o pôr de ouro. Bora. Vinha comigo até a mansão.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
200 anos atrás. Ele não veio comigo não. Tá bom. Vamos lá. Ele vai se assustar comigo. Eu acho que a entrada não é aqui não. Vamos olhar aqui. Né? Eu vou vasculhar primeiro. Pode ser que eu entre e eu não consiga vasculhar as coisas. Já que eu sou detetive, né? Sherlock Holmes.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater. What do you think you're doing? So talk, and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
I like the sound of that, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break into the mansion.
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Cara, acho que ela é um machadão. Deixa eu escolher aqui, sabe? Meu irmão.
This gate is locked.
Que é a casa dele?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Calma que eu vou entrar. Calma que eu vou entrar.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Vamos ver se será que dá pra entrar ali, né? A porta dele. Fechou. Vou tentar de novo lá, se eu abro lá a outra porta. Não, não dá não. Vamos voltar pra mansão. Deixa eu subir aqui. Cold War. Eu vi que você tá jogando Cold War, né, Will? Como é que você tá, irmão? Beleza? Boa noite, cara. Rapaz, não dá pra subir aqui não. Vamos voltar pra mansão. Será que ele deu a chave? Se eu entro lá, eu tenho gente que já me mamou. Putz, cara. Isso é o Cutuca, meu. É quase certeza.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Olha o nome do cara, mano. Isso é o Cutuca, meu.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Esse é o nome do Cutuca, meu. Só pode. A gente marca aí o pra gente jogar junto.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Interessante que ele pode.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Que porra.
What kind of meat is this?
Isso é um povo.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Sala do incêndio.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Mas ele ficou doido.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Calma que eu vou chegar aí.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon. ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
Acho que o marido enlouqueceu, tá ligado? Ou a intenção é essa. A intenção é essa, cara. Tô vindo aqui. Embora. Tá tudo mofado. Onde começou o incêndio? Calma lá, deixa eu...
Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself.
Boneco feio.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Vamos lá. Esse mesmo material que ele continua no galpão.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. They had a fight. Why?
Comida.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Que mais?
Did it stop at the time of the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Remessada. Uma briga?
Did someone escape the fire? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Doideira mesmo.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
Someone deliberately set fire to this mansion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Beleza, cara. Beleza.
This door is locked.
O jogo é bem diferente que eu trago no canal aqui. Olha o ratão. Bem diferente.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
É, faz sentido. É do marido. Comer aquela carne de polvo lá.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
Borrachudo. Borrachudo. Vou subir aqui. Por que não dá pra subir? Bote. Isso também agora.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Nossa, que casarão. Pode achar aqui, daí.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Muito diferente o game.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Quadros. Vamos subir agora. Subir. Vamos ver se tem coisa por aqui. Então os três. A família. Beleza. Vamos subir. Queimou o dedo lá.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. There's something disturbing about this painting.
Pô, parece ser ocultista. Só tem como subir aqui.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Que casa imensa, cara. É uma mansão, né, na verdade. Né? Mas pode ser grande mesmo.
A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century.
Pô. Bota som nisso.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692
Já vim aqui já.
by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
De novo aquele componente. Caramba, cara, o negócio é grande, viu? Intrigante o game, cara. Não vou mentir, não.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Não. Aí, investiga a mansão.
Locked.
Passou o ratão ali. Opa. Quarto da criança. O quarto da criança. Fecha a porta. Brincava com os
The
livros.
boys' room.
Vamos constituir aqui.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Ratão.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Sempre sem remédio.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy.
Sempre
What
sem
was
remédio.
wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. This door is locked.
Ficou diferente? Diferente de quê? Hã? Esse Will que é uma figura. Diferente como? Jeito de falar. Um jogo meio tenso aqui.
What will her room reveal about her?
Deixa a porta, um negócio susto. Fechado. Tô diferente do que o Yuki. Eu confio. Pai, não tem nada aqui. Não tem nada aqui. Quarto escuro do caramba. Opa.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Fora isso. Opa. Esfrio esquerdo. Beleza. Os quadros, nada. Quadro. 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 Relógio. A porta.
Perfect.
Ui. Olha o que eles brincaram. Olha com que elas brincaram. Ai, galinha, que eles brincaram aqui.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
Cadê o Will? O Will que tá indo aí? Certo. Ô Will, conversa que eu tô diferente. Diferente de quê?
Locked.
Eu estou diferente em quê? Em jogos? Pô, o jogo tá relax.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Daqui já deu já.
Bradley? Is that you?
Is anyone there?
relax e quebrar as pernas. Não é não, galão? Chega de jogo. É no saco. Né? Ué, é ele. É ele.
You! Stop! Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map. Seems like this came from a log. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. Damnation. I can't budge these gears. I need a tool.
Putz, cara, como que eu vou achar isso?
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Que doideira, né? Como que eu vou achar esse lugar?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Cagada do caramba. É isso aí, galera. Obrigado, Galinho. Obrigado, Wilk. Não sei quem é esse maluco que entrou aí. Eu não vou nem mencionar mais o nome, mas o bicho é louco. Obrigado a todos vocês. O Rogério que chegou. Quem não chegou aí? Deixa eu ver. O Douglas, o Estevam, o Daniel Nascimento, amigo do Galo. Obrigado, galera. Fique com Deus. Uma boa noite, bom descanso. Eu vou jogar outra coisa ainda. Mas pra quem vai dormir descansar, obrigado, Galo. Valeu. Bom descanso. Até mais tarde. Beleza? Valeu. Fui. Valeu, Wilk.